रसज्ञाना पदे पदे
साधु साधु पदे पदे पदे
विक्रमाय उत्तमश्लोका विक्रमे यशृण्वतां
साधु साधु पदे पदे.
Translation. We never tired of getting the chance in the past person who gathered was glorified by himself. Those who develop a taste for transcendental relationship with him, but relation sharing his pastimes every. There's a great difference between million stories, fiction, history, and the past of God. The history of the whole universe contains difference in the past and the incarnation of God. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Purana, the histories of bygone ages recorded in connection with the past and the incarnation of God and therefore remain fresh even after repeating beliefs. For example, anyone may read the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam repeatedly throughout his whole life and yet find in them new light of mundane uses static, whereas transcendental uses dynamic. In much as the state is dynamic and static, those that develop a taste for understanding a trances different. I'm never tired of hearing such. One is quickly satiated by mundane activities, but no one is satiated by transcendental or devotional activities. So I'll just first discuss this point and then come further back. Yeah. So Ravidas Paul, the Bhakti devotees also joined today. I think some are there, but some videos are closed. Okay. And many devotees are sitting here of Bhakti Flow. So now we have started, for your information, started the Bhagavatam series. So many of the days when I'm taking class here, we'll have it as a Bhakti class. And soon we'll start about Bhakti also, which is due July. July is supposed to start, but we couldn't start it. So I'm just finding a right time to start our Bhakti for pre-Bhakti devotees are already done Bhakti Shastra, use their Bhakti Shastra. Okay, coming to the today's verse, and now if you see, I'll just take the whole flow because this is the last verse we are going to take out this chapter. So you should have the whole flow of the chapter before we enter the next chapter. So you will hear one chapter for a 2 weeks time, and then come to next chapter. So like that, then go. But there should be a continuity. So the first 3 verses of Bhagavatam are something very, very important everyone should remember. Om Janmadhyasya Tanyavatitatasadesha Vidya Sura. I think sometimes you should have shloka recitation. Bhagavatam is a shloka recitation class, how to do shloka recitation. And glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam and sweetness of Bhagavatam. And then the whole scene is said, the Nami Sharanya, which is a hub of the universe, selected as a place for telling the Katha by Sudgoswami. And it's 1,000 years yajna. They're hearing. Now, seeing the need of Kali Yuga, they ask this question. See, whole Bhagavad Gita is about questions and answers. Whole Bhagavatam is about question and answer. So, any Purana has to start. No, English, Hindi mein bole. Language fine. Okay. Yeah. Little loud. Okay. The sound system is working. Okay. Uska sound thoda bada do. Yeah. So if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, it starts with questions and answers. So Sut Goswami has come and said, now the topic is not decided. The audience are asking the question, please tell us the 6 questions. They've asked 6 questions right in the first chapter, and whole first canto becomes the answer to those 6 questions. At least the first 3 chapters are the answers to the first 6 questions. Then the 4th chapter, they ask more questions and then more answers. Those whole Bhagavatam. The second canto, Parikshit Maharaj asks a question, Sukadeva Goswami, and rest of the Bhagavatam comes with the question. So the nested format loop of questions and answers. Adato Brahma Jigyasa. that I have taken a human form of birth, I should inquire, and that's why asking relevant questions to improve in spiritual life is very, very important. And now let us see what are the questions. Anybody remembers what are the questions they ask?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Any one of you remember? Yeah.
Yes.
What first question is, what's the ultimate and absolute good for all people? Because we don't have Brian Alba. What is the second question? What is
Why
the
does
essence of
Krishna
this life? See, first, what is the ultimate good? The answer ultimate good is given in the second chapter. So when we come to second chapter, we get the answer. The ultimate good is
Bhakti?
ultimate good is bhakti, Shuddha bhakti, bhakti, right? Performing bhakti. And what is the essence of all the scriptures?
Srimad Bhagavatam.
What is the essence of all the scriptures?
Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhuji.
Shuddha bhakti. Ahetu ki apratik. And then he asks another four questions. So what is the third question? Third question was not covered in that class, right? Yeah. So essence of why did Krishna appear in the womb of Devaki? Question number 4, describe about the Lord of Purusharthas. What are the Purusharthas? How the creation is created. So if you see second canto is an answer to fourth question, the Purusharthas. And question number 5 is narrator transcends the past in the Lord's multi incarnation. Now suppose somebody said, you might have heard it already. He said, no, we are never tired of it. We are never satiated. We want to hear Krishna's pastime, especially. We are not satiated in transcendental subject matter. Okay. And then the sixth question asked in the last, what in whom the religious principles have taken shelter after Krishna departs? Answer is religious have taken in Shrimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Sudham Papagate Bharvajnana Divisa Kalo Nashtam Dasho Eka Quran. So this is the whole flow of the chapter. It's coming. The 6 questions if you remember, then you're able to relate in the second chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. And they have made the captain of their ship as Sukh Goswami. Right? So spiritual master is also called the captain of our ship. Now the question comes here, if you see the proper purport, let's talk about a very amazing thing. Those who have developed a taste for understanding the transcendental subject matter never tire of hearing such narrations. Mundane news is static, where transcendental news is dynamic. Now, what it makes anything dynamic and something static? Sometimes devotees start feeling devotional service also to be static. हम experience that. It taste nahi aa raha hai. It's like a normal mechanical routine. And that's what the devotees, after performing bhakti for some years, they face. The major crisis is they start feeling it mechanical. Mechanical means there's no taste is coming, dry, and this for granted. Right? So that's a problem with when people are doing bhakti. So though bhakti is transcendental, is dynamic, it becomes static. So what one word? Okay, let's do one exercise. What one word you want to say which makes bhakti static and which makes bhakti dynamic? And if you understand this word, performing bhakti becomes very easy. You can open the altar. Altar you can open, yeah. So what is that one word which describes absorption? Static and something is dynamic. Absorption, right? One more word. And what brings absorption? Okay, absorption is correct. What brings absorption? Then Krishna could also answer. So it's the sambandha which make anything us absorb and makes it dynamic. And you can see in family relationships, when it is when you feel a sambandha, it is not static, it is dynamic. Every time a mother will call, she will ask the same question. How's your health? तो खाते नहीं हो? And things. And she never get bored because there's a sambandha. There's a sambandha with the body. Because mother feel I nourish the body, this body should grow nicely now. So there is a sambandha. So when there is a sambandha, you never feel bored. Einstein gives an analogy to understand theory of relativity. If you're waiting for a bus, one moment seems to be 1 hour. And if you're talking with a girl, 1 hour looks to be few seconds. So this is because in one place there is a sambandha, other place there is no sambandha. So wherever you're able to strike a sambandha, it is dynamic. And when you don't find sambandha, it is static. Same way, if a devotee has spent some time in spiritual life, but he doesn't feel sambandha, then bhakti is static. It's mechanical. But the devotee feels sambandha, it is dynamic, it is very relishable, and it becomes a cause of bhava bhakti. Where person feels great emotions and thoughts for Krishna. Because the bhakti has sambandha. And why you cannot do bhakti without the association of the pure devotee? Because the sambandha is established by the medium of the pure devotee. And that's why bhakti done under the guidance of the pure devotee, along with pure devotee, brings ecstasy. When it is done without that association, it becomes sad. And the whole concept of Vaishnava philosophy. In fact, Prabhupada says till the time a person comes in contact with the devotee, personism is in Bhagavad Gita. Because only you can understand your sambandha with Krishna only by coming in association with the bhakta who has his sambandha with Krishna. And that's the magic done by Srila Prabhupada. He gave that relationship to everybody who came in contact with Srila Prabhupada. There. Now the question comes, what does it mean to feel your sambandha with Krishna? What does it mean to feel your sambandha for Krishna? In the highest sense, it means your sarupa, which is the very highest exalted platform, which is revealed after the stage of bhava. But for a sadhaka bhakta, the sambandha may not mean that highest platform. Many times when we say we feel sambandha with Krishna, people may mistook to be that, okay, तो अभी अपना स्वरूप की बात कर रहा है ना, talking and becoming sahajik and all that, people mimic, isn't it? So we are not talking of that platform. There is sambandha established at the level of sadhana bhakti. And the sambandha deity is Madan Mohan, one who enchants the Cupid. It's called Madan Mohan. And Shrimati Radharani is Madan Mohan. She charms even Krishna. So because when we feel sambandha with Krishna, then the effect of the Madan goes away. The effect of the Cupid goes away. And therefore the sambandha deity is Madan Mohan. And then Bhakti begins. Or the one who chants our mind is Madan Mohan. See, Madan enchants our mind, but Krishna enchants even. So Krishna enchants his devotees. And therefore is Madan. So when you what does exactly mean with the sambandha? So in one sense, the sambandha means Jivira Swarupa Krishna Nityadas. Yesterday, one story Ramabhadra Prabhu was telling, the Bhagavatam class. Very beautiful. Yesterday or day before yesterday, they in Karoli, Madan Mohan stays. Madan Mohan is in Karoli. There was one fakir, Muslim fakir. His seva was to deliver the letters of the king. And he was a very pious person. And this fakir was come to Madan Mohan temple to give a letter to the pujari. But he vowed that I won't see the date. Because in those religions, seeing the deity means idol worship or, their agnostic class there. So I will not see the deity. He had full determination. But what happens when he goes and going through the window, somehow he got to see the deity. But because he was determined, I will not see, and he saw it, he saw with absorption. And such an absorption he saw that whatever he do, Chavi, the picture of Mother Mohan only comes in his mind while eating, while doing anything, and he couldn't read. And now, uh, what do you say? He couldn't read his Quran, and all the time he's thinking of Mother Mohan. He starts seeing Mother Mohan. So Muslims also उसको निकाल दिया. Now you're not bound to vertebrate. Hindus also said, "अरे अभी तो मंदिर के दर्शन लेने गड़बड़." No, he was crying. "Your Lord, I'm not able to see you." And he was fasting for 3 days. And then when the temple got closed, the Mother Mohan came as a small child in his own sweet, which was offered in the Chandika Patra, and he gave it to this Baba Ledo. और कल सुबह मंगल आरती दर्शन को आए. And he comes to darshan. First he thought, अरे अभी तो गोस्वामी जी मारेंगे, कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गया है, वो भी हम चांदी की कटोरी बताने आ गए. But then Krishna's mercy was there. He got wonderful darshan of the Lord, and Goswami is very much respected. Okay. So if Krishna captures your mind, Krishna captures your mind, Mother Mohan, Sambandha is developed, and you don't feel Sambandha with anything else in this world. And that's how Sambandha and Bhakti is done. There. And that happens by the mercy of a Vaishnava. There. When the mercy of a Vaishnava comes, then we feel. And that is why when you go to Mayapur, the first Mangal Aarti in Mayapur during the Darshan, devotees feel tears also. You feel that Sambandha to the Radha Rani is there. She is just doing the mercy. So, Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, actually the Jiva feels any pleasure in worshipping Krishna is given by the Hiladini Shakti Shakti. And our bhakti gives pleasure to Krishna is due to Shrimati Radharani, and we feel ecstasy for Krishna, it is a mercy of Shrimati. And same Radharani comes to Sri Chaitanya Prabhu. Therefore, before, without Chaitanya Prabhu, no one can understand. And that is why before we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we should always chant the Panchatattva. Deshi Krishna Chaitanya, the Garbhata. And since Mahaprabhu is not directly approachable, we go through Guru Parampara. First chant Srila Prabhupada's Pranati Mantra, who introduced this whole Guru Parampara to us. So the whole point is, when the Sambandha of a devotee establishes, Krishna captures the mind of. And that is great. But what should we do till the time Krishna captures our mind? What example I gave. So when we endeavor to develop Sambandha with Krishna, then we hear with faith. Shinvatam Sakatha Krishna Purna Shravan Kirtana Hedam Tastavi Bhadrani Vedanoti Susata. Krishna purifies. And sorry. Sadhvits Shrimad Bhagavate Mahamani Kate Kimba Pare Vishwa Sadhvite Tatate. That when you hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna is captured. So when you hear with faith and attention about Krishna, first the heart will get purified and Krishna will be captured in the heart. So hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and reading Krishna book, is a very powerful means of developing Sambandha with Krishna. There. So, and another thing, if we do bhakti mechanically for the sake of doing, we will not develop Sambandha. But then there is a lot here. There is eagerness. Usaha, Nishya, and when you develop this relationship. Like you go for yatra, Pandharpur Yatra. And there you were very eager to take darshan of the deities, to do the Harinam, to serve the deities, hear Krishna Katha. And with that one pointed attention into those activities, you will see your relationship develop. Only when we take shelter of Krishna, exclusive shelter of Krishna, then Krishna gives that relationship with him. And that's what's so important in the path of bhakti. And then every day, morning program will become like ecstasy. There. Every day doing Mangal Aarti will become an ecstasy, deity worship, singing for the Lord, because you're seeing the Sambandha. And now, in a transcendental level, to see Sambandha with the holy name, the sound vibration of the name, and the deities, and the Katha. That's how that happens. Like when a devotee worships the deities, he doesn't see the physical form of the deity. In the Manamaya state, the form of Krishna, he sees the form of Krishna while worshiping the deity. And in the transcendental state, he actually sees Krishna's form. So in the Manamaya state, whatever form he has heard from the scriptures, he just imagine that, Manamaya. Bring the form in the mind, with that he do deity worship there. And in the topmost state, he actually see Krishna in the deity and serve it. So for him, Lord is not just some figure or some picture, but Lord is personally there. So there is a meditation. And that's why hearing the form of the Lord from scriptures is very, very important. Same way, the holy name, you hear the sound vibration of the name, and that is Krishna. So when you get absorbed in hearing the sound vibration while chanting, you will experience Krishna. So generally, when you chant mechanically without hearing the sound, you will not experience Krishna. But the when you start hearing the sound of the holy, then you start experiencing. And in Bhagavatam, when we attentively hear Krishna Lila, then you start experiencing Krishna. And out of the three, hearing Krishna Katha, Srimad Bhagavatam, is most easier to experience Krishna. And more we experience Krishna, the path becomes very, very easy. So in our journey of Krishna consciousness, we feel the sambandha with Krishna, our life is going on a great track. And for that, the right offense-free behavior, not having any offensive behavior, somebody serving a Vaishnava, get a devotee's blessing. So if a devotee desire, oh Krishna, please show your mercy to him, then Krishna reveals his form to us. Krishna Mati Astu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would give mention Krishna Mati Astu. There. And then what happens? Sambandha with Krishna becomes very, very easy. And when the morning program you do, you don't feel, "Arey, आना पड़ेगा, महामंत्र लिखना पड़ेगा." We have to do. It doesn't become a burden. It becomes an exit. I remember I was in third year and Shankar had come to voice. And he put a question. You're missing all of you missing so many things, so many rules and regulations. You have to follow all these things. So he was just putting a question to test it. And I didn't know how he gets so happy. I said, yes, that's what we wanted to hear. So if you're feeling so burden of rules and regulations of bhakti, of course, for congregation devotees, is every day of free will. Free will means you join or you may not join, right? It's a choice. And when you every day use that choice, you develop that love for Krishna. There. Like Suresh Prabhu is coming, on the way giving things there. Every day is a choice. Avadut Nimai Prabhu, isn't it, Prabhu? Every day is a choice. Anaya, and something pulls us. Okay. And even those devotees who are coming on Zoom every day to attend Bhagavatam is not easy completely there. And for yoga devotees also, you have made a choice at once. we will okay, take prasadam in yoga and we will stay in yoga and we will come every day. And when we get freedom, oh, you can take prasadam and you not come for morning program. Nobody is in the morning. But that's not the way it goes. Right? The prasadam is only for those who come for Bhagavatam. No Bhagavatam, no. So the whole point is that you make one choice, now you carry with that choice. But since we are not making a choice every day, what may happen? We will become mechanic. Because every day I'm not making a choice. So let the routine goes on. You remember in college classes also we used to like that cup period khatam ho. So routine ban gaya. We have experienced that some teachers just feel and you're feeling half sleepy in class. But because you need attendance. You need attendance, what to do? So similarly, bhakti should not become a college like that. We need an attendance. See, naturally, the material subject matter may not be so appealing much to become a devotee. But let's not happen in the spiritual subject matter. Oh, we know Bhagavatam, same subject matter, and you have read first canto once. अबे क्या बोलेंगे वही सेम चीज बताते हैं कृष्ण के बारे में. I was saying, but the spiritual uses, Indian uses. अभी ये देखो कुछ अखबार का न्यूज आ रहा है बिल्कुल नहीं दिखाएगा हर चीज में मसाला बना के पूरा एकदम and we may say but none to with Pami and every day new news coming. But you know what will be about the news? Some theory, some politics, some scandal, some scam, some rape. That's all. Same thing. Punha karita. People read newspaper. They don't care for it. When we feel somebody with Krishna, same time becomes very appealing. And when you hear the pastime, Krishna's form is you see Krishna, it is for your eyes when you hear the Leela. And when you hear the Leela like this, the Leela awakens in your heart. This becomes different. It becomes a very special experience. And we should long for having that experience of Krishna. Where the form of Krishna is awakened in our heart. There. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu is one Sevanam. So, see, we say yoginam api sarvesham madgatenanta atmana. That the bhakti yogi is the greatest yogi. But at what stage? When a devotee comes to the famous point. Krishna Smarana. So reading Krishna book is not Krishna Smarana. There. Total Shlok indicates that literature does not mention science. Indian literature is the mode of darkness, where transcendent literature is quite different. Transcendent literature about the mode of darkness and Islam becomes more difficult with progressive realization transcends such concept. The so-called liberated person never satisfied with the definition of the word Aham Brahma. Gyanis talk about Aham Brahma, Aham Brahma. They put 5 fires around it and the devotees are not satisfied with this. So that is the narration of Brahman becomes and to relish your pleasure, they turn to the narration of Shar. Those are not so fortunate turn to everything bodies. Just mean the Maya process. Like many of the people follow the impersonal style, they will open hospital, charitable hospital, this mission hospital. Purpose. So they're not satisfied with anything. Shravanam Kirtan. So they need to open, even come to the platform of Jnana. So they say such kind of Mayavad philosophy is maintained, the philosophy of as Srimad Bhagavatam is transcendent. And the next verse talks about Krishna and all the divinity and mass performance superhuman act. And Krishna's Leela is so amazing. Krishna's Leela is so amazing. Just imagine what will happen to the devotees for staying in touch and every day seeing Krishna's childhood Leela. See, even an ordinary human child does something, it attracts everybody in the heart. And everybody's attention, parents' attention, all of the child, where the child is going. Right? It's just there. Even you know. So even in an ordinary human child is so attractive. Just think if Krishna, Supreme Lord, who is so attractive, comes in child and performs activities, how much attracted it would be to the people of Vrindavan. And all the Brajvasis feel so much attraction. See, we thinking of Krishna's pastimes, think of so much, we get attracted. And they're seeing it every day. Krishna is performing so many wonderful leelas and it charms their heart like anything. Iti Deshwa Ninda Viranta Kote Sagasha Vimachanta. Everybody is an ecstasy there. So there were so many troubles in Vrindavan, but they are always remembering Krishna's pastime happening live for them, not even in the street. Like Mahavatar nursing a movie. See, Prahlad Maharaj, so attractive figure they have made. So just 2 hours just pass like anything, absorbing Prahlad Maharaj devotion to Lord, nursing there. Now, if Krishna is doing his pastimes live, how it would be? And when you're hearing about those leelas, how it would be there. And Krishna's pastimes are very charming. Like some of the childhood pastimes, Krishna has to have a ride, a scheme. It's a very nice scheme. He will catch the tail of a calf. Calf starts running, and Krishna skips with the calf in the center of there. And even you go, the Raman Dev is so soft it is there. Devotees go and play with this. And Krishna would go and go through all the Krishna will be dragging over there. And Krishna's butter Leela, Krishna's all pastimes, and gopis will call Krishna. Krishna, if you dance, we'll give you sweets. If you dance, we'll give you sweet. Now Krishna is God is Atma Kam and Atma Ram. Atma Ram means he doesn't have any desire. Atma Kam means even your some desire can fulfill by himself. But Krishna for little sweets is happy to give pleasure to the Vraj. So here, God comes in control and love of his devotees. God comes in control of his devotees. And very amazingly, nobody thinks Krishna as God. They think Krishna is there. They think Krishna is there. Like even Nimai, Mahaprabhu, as Nimai, he would go to bring his brother, Vishnu. And Vishnu will be having a thoughtful discussion with Advaita. And the moment Nimai entered with all direction as his cloth, everybody feel attracted to Nimai. And they will feel, we feel the same attraction as Krishna. We don't know why. They thought him to be ordinary child. They feel that we feel as attraction as we feel for Krishna. And in Vrindavan, they don't think Krishna will be child, but they love Krishna more than their lives. And that attraction of Krishna, and that's why if you see Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we do not have that assurance of Krishna. When you say Lord Krishna, Most time we say Krishna or Hare Krishna. Na Shriman Narayan Narayan Narayan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So you take the names with a lot of respect. But we say Krishna. Okay. So Vallabhacharya in Chaitanya Charitamrita it comes that Vallabhacharya comes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How can you take the name of Krishna? Why should not take the name of the husband? And Mahaprabhu says, because the husband is saying, you should take my name, so I should take this. And because Krishna is saying, take my name, you are taking his name. There. In Vedic culture, see, many times a devotee is compared to a chaste wife. Sadvatam Patya. Because in the Vedic culture, a wife will follow many rules and regulations for the husband. Like will not take the husband's name, give all respect to the husband, and husband will also follow Guru. Yeah. So and be always very loyal to the husband. And if husband is see previously, if you take the name of husband, automatically wife also gets it. You don't have to separately take. But now it's not now. If you take name of Prabhuji and don't take name of Mataji, then it's a problem. So whenever service is there, you have to take both of their names there. But in the Vedic culture, wife is happy, the husband is glorified. She doesn't need anything for herself. Her identification is with the husband there. And she's very devoted to the husband, ideal chaste wife there. Okay. And the husband is dedicated to the Guru. So then both the family, it elevates there. Of course, you can't expect those things now because there's no training like that. Now, if husband and wife can live peacefully, that is the biggest success in today's age. Even though they are devotees, if they can peacefully perform Krishna consciousness, cooperating with each other there. So one time, one boy got married, and boy was also taking the classes, and wife was also taking the classes. Now, when the time of cooking came, wife said, "See, your soul and soul, we both have solution, so you can cook." So the current scenario of life is different. Like, see, it actually devotee culture is much better. If outside you go, our Yogesh Prabhu on your step, his manager was asking, you are getting lunch every day nicely, get for me also. And he said, your wife is there now. He said, when you get married, then we'll talk. So the culture lasts. But many times in scripture, so many times in scriptures, the devotee is compared to a chaste wife for the Lord. That a devotee feels just like a chaste wife will never eat before the husband eats. I've seen a mother, she will not eat till the time father comes and no, the children is there. The same way devotee doesn't eat till the time Krishna is there. A devotee doesn't think of any other person than Krishna. Krishna is the Lord and the Master there. So I can you feel. So one devotee was worshipping Radha in Mayapur, and when Mataji came, my heart is given to you, please marry me. And devotee said, I'm already married to Radha. My heart is with Radha Madhava. So whole point is when you develop your sambandha with Krishna, when you develop your sambandha with Krishna, then practicing bhakti, the path of bhakti becomes very easy because when there is sambandha, there is heart. And when you have heart, it's natural. It natural. And we need Vaishnava Sangha. We need service to Vaishnavas because to develop that heart for Krishna. And when you naturally start making activities of Krishna consciousness, you're eager to do daily worship of Krishna. You're eager to hear about Krishna. You're eager to speak about Krishna. You're eager to read about Krishna. You're eager to do because there is some. Sambandha on the path of bhakti, making progress must becomes much easier. Sambandha for Krishna. And today is the appearance day of Sita Thakuran. So until one pastime. So when Mahaprabhu took sannyas after 3 days, then Nityan Prabhu by trick brought him to Shantipur. So Mahaprabhu was telling, I want to go to Vrindavan. Nityanand Prabhu told some boys to tell Mahaprabhu that direction is Vrindavan. And he gave an information to Advaitacharya, please come. And Advaitacharya came in the boat and they told this is Yamuna to Ganga there. And Mahaprabhu met Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya, you're here. How come you're in Vrindavan? And now Advaitacharya said, no, I'm not in Vrindavan, to Ganga. Advaitacharya said, Mahaprabhu, wherever you are is Vrindavan. And they took Mahaprabhu to. And why do Nityanand cheated? Because after Mahaprabhu took sannyas, everybody was devastated. Everybody was devastated in the family. Sachi Mata was crying, all devotees were crying. So Nityanand wanted to make all the devotees meet Mahaprabhu, so he made this picture. And Mahaprabhu, when came in the house, Advaitacharya has not eaten for 3 days. And Sita Thakurani and Advaitacharya had cooked so many feasts. And now said, I'm very happy to see you offering so nice bhoga to the Lord. And they kept that thali in front of them. And Mahaprabhu said, and the sannyasi, give me just simple rice and simple sar. And he said, Hare, as Jagannath, you chappan do, ye chota sa hai hamara. The little prasad for you. And they fed everything to Mahaprabhu. And it becomes filled, they again fill it. They fill it there. And Mahaprabhu doesn't want to leave anything. It's not a duty of sannyasi to leave that. And then Nityanand Prabhu gets little angry. Say, we are hungry for 3 days and you are feeding so little. He threw the rice. And that rice particles went on Advaitacharya and he danced in ecstasy. He said, my house is destroyed by feeding abhutas like you. I can't feed. And the transcendental fighting between Advaitacharya and Nityanand Prabhu. And this is Sita Thakurani. And it mentions even the sun has not seen Sita Thakurani. It means to say, women in the Vedic time was so protected, they will never come out of the house. Nobody would see them. That was a full Vedic culture and the time there. So his most chaste lady, Sita Thakurani, and so much there. So we can pray. And it's in Daya Karo Sita Pati, Kripa Bale Pai, Chaitanya Pai. So we can pray to Advaitacharya and bestow the mercy, to give the mercy of Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu, because by their mercy we have got God. And bhakti for Krishna is very, very amazing. One devotee was telling a story about Mirabai. So I heard from Sri Keshav Prabhu. So Mirabai in last life, she actually was there when Krishna's pastime was happening in Vajanita. So she had come from, she had got married in Vrindavan to a Gopa. And in there is a mo dikhai rasam there, that people will see the face and they will give some. So his wife was coming. And the Gopa, and Krishna said to his Gopa friend, oh, you married, you have done, from move aside. And Krishna went behind. And she did not open her pallu. Why? Because her parents had told, तू जा रही है कृष्ण के गांव, पर कृष्ण को मत देखना, पागल हो जाएगी. She did not lift her pallu to show Krishna. And then Krishna went. And he said, one day you will become so mad after me, but I will not give you darshan. And she became in the past time. And she was so mad about Krishna, but Krishna won't give darshan there. And she was mad. So this is a transcendental pastime of beauty of seeing Krishna. So anybody who sees Krishna, he becomes mad. He forgets everything of the world. He forgets everything there. And that's what Rupa Goswami says. If you want to enjoy this world, you have any desire left, don't go, don't go to Yamuna at the Keshi Ghat, sing long go there, because you will forget everything. So this all beautiful pastimes of Krishna which attracts our heart. So let's pray, let our bhakti not be mechanical. Let we feel our sambandha of Krishna. And Krishna is so merciful. There, though the one ashrama culture is not there, but anybody who remembers Krishna, Om Pavitra Pavitra, there, he becomes completely pure. Doesn't matter who we are. Krishna achieve one perfection. Right? Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes, Suresh Prabhu. Question number 5 just come before 80. Tell me more about Leelas of Krishna. Oh, why Sada, please narrate to other times the past and the Supreme Lord's mighty incarnation. Such auspicious inventions and pass on the Lord Supreme Controller of all internal power. See, if I ask you, please tell me what is the question. So they're asking, please tell us the past tense of Krishna. It's a question. It's an open-ended question. Yes. Any question from Prabhu? What is all? No question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Shiva Prabhu. Question. Okay. What is the name of Sambandha that you have? No, Sambandha means relationship. Sambandha means relationship. So there's no name of Sambandha. And in the sadhana bhakti state, Jive Sarupai Krishnera Nityadas. You're a servant of Krishna. That's the understanding. See, even the higher rasas, they feel themselves servant of Krishna. Like Yashoda Maya, she also feels a servant to Krishna. Gopis, they also feel servant to Krishna. So even the higher rasas, the main underlying mood is we are servant to Krishna. We are serving Krishna. So serving Krishna, this mood is underlying principle in any relationship. Krishna. But Sambandha with Krishna becomes strong when the form of Krishna awakens in the mind of it becomes Pratyaksh. Yes, Nityadas. See what was the question? Yes. Jivera Sarupai, Krishnera, Nitya. Like that. And a devotee doesn't have to worry what is his sambandha with Krishna and a Sarupa. If you try to know little prematurely, it is sadhya. Like a 4-year girl asking what it means to become a mother. She can't understand. Probably, for example, a 5-year-old girl asks what it means to be a mother. She can't understand. The same way we talk about this, what is my sambandha with Krishna? We can't understand. First, you have to develop a sambandha with Krishna as I'm Krishna's. I'm Krishna's servant, Krishna's mind. Then, as our selfless service attitude develops, because after the stage of asakti, only one can understand his relationship with Krishna. There. So, the first we have to cross anattamritti, reach nishtha, ruchi, asakti. At the stage of asakti, one's original sarup with Krishna will be at the stage of bhava, or just before bhava. Okay? Yeah, because we do offenses against the Naam, it becomes difficult in attention. But in Bhagavatam, if you are attentive, it becomes. That's the difference. And then when you develop sambandha with Krishna, even in hearing, then developing sambandha with the Nama also becomes easy. No, we should focus on all three: Nam, Rup, Gun, Leela. See, when you see Nam will reveal the Rupa, even sense often you see Krishna's form embeds in his form. Then further reveals Guna, Krishna's qualities, and further reveals Krishna's Leela. But if you first hear Krishna's Leela, then slowly you start developing an attraction for Krishna's Rupa and Nama also there. So you can go like this or you can go like this. So holy name has everything. That's a point to see. See, when you're hearing Krishna's Leela, then naturally think of Krishna. Krishna's root becomes attractive to you or not when you keep hearing Krishna. And when Krishna's root becomes attractive, his name becomes attractive. Yeah. Bhagavad talks about seeing Krishna everywhere. So, from a Shastric point of view, seeing Krishna everywhere means you see everything connected to Krishna and use everything for service to Krishna. Don't see anything with enjoying mentality. Problem comes when you start seeing things with enjoying mentality, that this is made for my enjoyment. That's a problem. Whenever we see anything, what do you see? It is made for my enjoyment. So that's the problem. So don't see that with enjoyment. See with how can I use it in service of Krishna. That's the meaning of seeing Krishna everywhere in a sadhana state. In a plain bhakta state, like Prahlad Maharaj was seeing Lord Vishnu everywhere. But that's a very high exalted state for him. Now we can see from the Shastra Drishti. Okay, I think Aish last question. There's a Nityam Bhagavad. Suppose you're asking question, if we hear sometimes we lecture, then you feel inspired, then you follow it. That's okay. Nashta prayeshu bhaddeshu Nityam Bhagavad say Bhagavati Uttam Shoke Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki. If you every day keep hearing Bhagavatam, then what will happen? You will not follow it. No, we are anyway mental world means you are forgetful. To remember Krishna, you have to do Nityam Bhagavat Sevya. Every day hear Bhagavatam and read Bhagavatam. Then you will remember Krishna. And be present, have presence of mind in the morning book, mindfulness. Yeah. Because they are doing commitment without feeling sambandha. So that's what we were discussing. When we are practicing bhakti without sambandha, it's a miserable experience. But when you do bhakti with sambandha, it's an ecstatic experience. And then sambandha depends upon the mercy of the Vaishnavas and how we take that association. We ourselves can feel that sambandha for Krishna. Like husband and wives, if they feel sambandha, life is good. But if they don't feel sambandha, life is miserable. So sambandha, even in material world, make things miserable and expected. What do you think? Like for example, in a love marriage, people are longing for each other because they feel great sambandha. But when they start staying with each other, they start seeing fault. Then sambandha gets lost and they want to feel separate. Now, in case of Krishna, we can't find fault with Krishna, but we start finding fault with the devotees. Then our relationship with Krishna also start getting covered. Our appreciation for Krishna consciousness get there. We think, oh, Krishna consciousness is also mundane. And then we lose that appreciation. and we start seeing everything materially. The sambandha gets lost. The false aspect of sambandha is respect. Have respect for the holy name, respect for the spiritual things. When you have respect, you will have that.
So faith is one of them. Second thing that here is shown is the past time that you told about that. This physical is understanding. Nobody will have it. We receive Krishna. They have this is not good. So we make sure that they need previously got of that's how they are.
See, whatever previously they did, Krishna showed mercy too. See, whatever the previous cause, certainly they were the previous cause. But the main cause is Krishna showed mercy too. So therefore, devotee waits for Krishna's mercy. Okay. Habe habe hove Sayyidin Amma Shuddha Nama Ruchi Aparade Guruji Habe habe hove Sayyidin. But one thing is, the process of bhakti itself is so nice. As we give attention to hearing Krishna Katha, we start feeling so nice in that. Especially PDC, if people do 1 year with sincere heart. That PDC itself gives 1 year so much of mental joy, and if us just can continue that joy. See, because currently problem is what? We feel ourselves the proprietor, controller, and enjoyer. So we are not able to experience Krishna. So when we give up these three things, proprietorship, controllership, and enjoyership, you can very easily be Krishna conscious. Right? Because of these three tendencies, we are away from Krishna. And whole first 6 chapters of Gita is getting rid of the three tendencies. To be the enjoyer, to be the proprietor, and to be the controller. And think deeply. After doing Bhakti Shastra, first 6 chapters, this relationship. Let me not be the controller, enjoyer, and proprietor. Then you can be absorbed in Krishna. Because our absorption in Krishna is taken away by this propensity, you will see. Our absorption in Krishna will be taken away by this propensity. And that's why in Japa so much planning happens. Isn't it there? So we think ourselves to be the prophet. Things we have crossed the time. So ideally Bhagavatam class, first 5 minutes Kirtan, we start with the prayers, and then 8:25 end and 5 minutes question answer. So I'm sorry I didn't follow it. Radhika Ashtagam went for 10 minutes. Then question answer went for a long time. But ideally, devotees can follow the series only. Finish the Kirtan in 5 minutes. And then whatever Kirtan you do, it doesn't come on the YouTube. Means it doesn't online, you're not able to hear this. But if Kirtan you do with the live settings, the live setting in Zoom, then Kirtan is there. So I should have probably can make a note. If laptop is there, then Kirtan can be there. And then sit first recite the prayers, then take the verse, and then go on sequence. Okay. So then class could be done. Otherwise, what happens sometimes the Kirtan recitation will take half an hour, and half an hour will be class. Then we can follow it. Hare Krishna.